the cloud I have my music, my music, I love the music. And I can say, I'm born with the music. So I'm never going to stop music before my life. You see? So, for the music in myself, I love music, I love music, I love music. Yeah.
I am S.K. Kakraba, son of the late Kakraba Lobi. I am therefore from the village of Saru in the northwest of Ghana, where many great xylophone players have come from. In our tradition, there are two types of xylophones. We have the Bojo Festival xylophone, which is the female xylophone. I hope you enjoy our music.
This is the funeral of Kakraba Lobi. Remembered by his nephews, S.K. Kakraba and Ba'ere Yotere, Kakraba Lobi, the foremost exponent of the Lobi xylophone tradition, is honored by a truly exceptional musical Lobi funeral ceremony. Both S.K. and Ba'ere were chosen at a young age by Kakraba to follow in his footsteps, to move to Accra and pursue careers as international performers. Yet, for all of the funerals and venues S.K. and Ba'ere have ever performed at, neither have been a part of such a powerful ceremony as this. Xylophonists from all over Ghana, as well as Côte d'Ivoire and Burkina Faso, attended Kakraba's funeral, making it one of the most musically diverse Lobi funerals in Lobi history. Joseph Chaynor, an accomplished xylophonist who, like Kakraba Lobi, found prosperity by migrating south to Accra, here performed songs that he watched his peer Kakraba popularize in Ghana and beyond. Blind xylophonist Mal Yi Cheer also ventured to Saru to perform for Kakraba Lobi, offering some of the most moving and well-attended performances of the entire funeral. Yet while Joseph Chaynor publicly praised Yi Cheer's performances, many criticize and discriminate against Yi Cheer because of his blindness. During interviews, Yi Cheer related numerous accounts of witchcraft accusations, which ascribe his talent to a dangerous spiritual potency created by his blindness. The public ridicule that each year receives, however, has not stopped him from becoming one of the most innovative xylophonists in the region, as each year not only performs traditional compositions, but also performs Christian gospel songs on the xylophone. Kojil performances begin unaccompanied, with the gradual addition of the ganga double-headed drum and the core hoe-blade idiophone, as the performance moves from the expressive praise section to the kurban, or funeral dance, which is seen here. After each xylophonist finishes, the next returns to the beginning of the compositional cycle, adding their own innovations and improvisations as they perform songs that chronicle the history of the Lobi people. Each song is based on a musical text that represents a form of shared cultural knowledge, containing historical accounts of life in the region from a characteristically Lobi perspective. From August 25th through August 27th of 2007, Lobis flooded the village of Saru with bicycles, motorbikes, food, drink, music, and dance, celebrating the cultural expression that Kakraba Lobi devoted his life to. But the funeral of Kakraba Lobi did not begin in Saru. It began in a predominantly Hausa area of Accra called Mamobi, where Kakraba's family still lives. Traveling together to retrieve the body of the deceased, a funeral procession consisting of his family and friends sings songs from Lobi and other Ghanaian cultural traditions, reflecting the musically and ethnically diverse context of life in Accra. After an evening of intense sadness, the 17-hour bus ride to Saru begins under the cover of night. Red cloths are tied to symbolize the purpose of the procession, as 3 bus loads of mourners travel with the body, in what is only the beginning of a physically and emotionally draining process. Led by an ambulance carrying the deceased, the funeral procession grows as motorcyclists join the group. The northwest of Ghana, through which the Black Volta extends in a network of rivers, is the heart of xylophone music in Ghana. Xylophone music is so important to these communities because it accompanies and facilitates all major life events and constitutes a major form of cultural memory and heritage. The religious belief system of the Lobi is based on a spiritual orientation towards the earth and ancestors, wherein the enactment of ritual maintains continuity between spiritual and earthly domains. After 3 days of constant celebration and mourning, the body of Kakraba Lobi has been interned into the ground, into a concrete grave, side by side with his fathers before him. Returning to Accra, Kakraba Lobi's family, friends, and community gather at Kawakudi Park for the next portion of the funeral ceremony. Kakraba's brother, Tijan Dorwana, a skilled xylophone maker who now assumes the role of the head of the household in Mamobi, welcomes some of the more prominent figures to honor Kakraba, such as Professor J.H. Kwabena Nketia. This portion of Kakraba's funeral at Kawakudi Park is hardly typical for a Lobi man. Instead, it is Kakraba's profound importance to Ghanaian music and Ghanaian culture that has brought this diverse group from all walks of life together. Hewale Sounds, one of the premier neo-traditional groups in Ghana, pays tribute to one of the master musicians who helped establish their presence in Accra. S.K. Kakraba, performing here, utilizes a Western-tuned pentatonic xylophone, an innovation introduced by Kakraba Lobi. Honored next by a multicultural, multi-ethnic performance troupe playing the Asante Antupan drums, Kakraba is remembered as a pioneer of Ghanaian music, who has not only shared his Lobi cultural heritage with the world, but done so with a strong educational message that emphasizes the necessity of brotherhood amongst Africans, a message that can be heard through his popular songs Africa Unite and Mandela. Kakraba has also opened pathways into an international world music circuit for younger musicians. Aaron Bebe Sakura, seen performing here, is a talented multi-instrumentalist and geo player from Tanchara in the Upper West region of Ghana, joined now by Tijan Dorwana on ganga and his son Eric on chord. Baere Yotere plays a Bojil duet here with Japanese native Sochi, a collaborator and student of Kakraba Lobi's since the 1980s, who is known throughout the Ghanaian Lobi community for his mastery of the Kojil and Bojil repertoires. Baere was the first young Lobi that Kakraba took to Japan as an accompanist, yet now, without the assistance of Kakraba, Baere must rely on his wages as a security guard for financial support. After the celebration at Kaokuri Park, Kakraba's family continues to pay tribute, performing now outside of the family house in Mamobi. With the place that Kakraba carved for Lobi music now open, an uncertain future confronts this community of Lobi musicians. Many questions arise concerning who will continue Kakraba's musical legacy and who will be recognized as the next great xylophonists. These questions ring in the ears of Kakraba's family living in Accra, many of whom are accomplished musicians who have shared in Kakraba's success and yearn to continue to play their music for the world. Yet despite the uncertainty of their future, one thing remains clear to SK, Baere, Dorwana, and their kin. Kakraba Lobi has forever altered the way that Lobi music is heard around the world.